Good morning, guys. So they really are growing up to be some beautiful babies. They've developed these little teeny tiny pockets of weird swelling underneath their necks. But their color is great. They're eating like crazy. There's no signs of disease. I think it's where they stick their heads through there and they kind of traumatize their necks just a little bit trying to get out and stuff. Because it's way down on their throat. Right down there, you can see it, and it's kind of hot, like a bruise. So I don't know if they've been playing hard or what, but boy, they have growed. Gosh, you guys have just grown. And there's my big boy. What's up, Black Leg? What's up, buddy? You're doing so good. Yes, you are. Mama still has not had a baby, but I do know 100% that she's pregnant. And she's got a bag that's hanging down, that's huge, and she's all sloppy. So I really thought her day to go was going to be 2 weeks ago. But she's still hanging on to her babies. There's an old saying, when the fruit is ripe, it will fall from the tree. But anyway, Carl Papa has adopted her. He won't hardly leave her side. But he's doing great. He is just put on so much weight. He's grown. He's eating like crazy. I'm proud of him. So things are going well. Unfortunately, the bane of our existence here in Kentucky is rain. We are again at flood stages here in Kentucky, and the Cumberland River is, oh my goodness, it's probably 3/4 full already. And so it's supposed to rain for 3 more days. We're supposed to get another like 2 to 3 inches. The mountains are beautiful with the fog. And it is just a beautiful day, but the rain and the mud is just, I'd almost rather see snow, I think. Hello, Hidden Well farmers. Mixing up some milk here for my babies. Yeah, I'm still feeding them milk out of one of these nipple buckets right here. You just mix your milk down in there and stir it up, and then you just go to town on it. I'm sure you've seen that. But I was mixing up some milk here and stuff for them. And I know I haven't done a story time from Hidden Well in a while. It's dark every time we get out here, and the days have been so full and busy. I just haven't had a lot of time to get to story time. And it's raining. Oh my gosh, it's just raining all the time. But Lord's good. I'm not complaining. Just a little bit complaining. Just try not to complain too much. But I thought I might tell you, people ask me all the time, what is the craziest animal that you've ever worked on? Well, the craziest animal I've ever worked on, by far, has to be a moose. Now, I've done a little work on capybaras. You know, just some going out and seeing. Had a guy who had capybaras and as pets that he sold through an exotic thing. And then I had a fella that had gotten, I don't know, angry and went out and shot a bunch of them. It was crazy. This was way back in Arkansas. But I did go up to a reserve one day, and there was a whole host of exotic animals out there, and they had a moose. Now, if you're in Alaska or Canada, I'm sure moose are not that exotic, but for a Kentucky boy, I ain't never seen no moose. A moose? Really? You get that call one day, you're sitting in the office, phone rings, this is Dr. Smith. Yeah, I got a moose. You work on moose? I wasn't expecting that question. Do I work on a moose? Well, I said, if you're wanting me to do like an amputation of a leg, no. But tell me what you got. Well, my moose got out of the reserve and he ran across the neighbor's field and he got hung up in some barbed wire, and now he's got barbed wire all over his back end and up his back, and we can't get this moose. And I said, well, have you darted him? Well, we can't dart him. We ain't got no stuff. I was like, well, I could probably help you with that. So they did have the dart gun, and so I mixed up the drugs. I called a couple of my buddies at Auburn and said, how do you knock a moose out safely? You know, they gave me some instructions and stuff, and so I drove about 45 minutes out of Charleston, Arkansas, way up toward the Ozarks, going to Fayetteville. And I got to this wildlife preserve, and sure enough, man, way out in the middle of there's a moose with barbed wire all over him. I mean, he is covered in barbed wire. And so, I don't know if you remember the Mutual of Omaha's Wild Kingdom, where they would fly into the helicopter and the stuff like that. Well, we got on them four-wheelers and we took off out through there, and the guy was driving, the other guy was standing up on the back, and they got close to that moose and they shot him in the butt, and we waited, and sure enough, he went to sleep. We went out there and I cut all the barbed wire off of him, gave him some antibiotic shots, gave him a tetanus shot. I think I put about 8 or 9 stitches in his back leg. I used dissolvable so he wouldn't ever have to take them out, and just hope they would hold long enough. But he did really good, and that's my moose story. That's the craziest, by far the craziest animal I've ever worked on.
Well, they're growing up. Good, great.
It has been a busy day at Hiddenwell Farms. I don't know if you can hear that rain or not. That rain is just incredible. And I just forgot I'm not pulling a trailer anymore. I've pulled a trailer for over 7 hours, and I just forgot I unhooked it in this monsoon. I got Miss Susan right here.
Hello.
We went all the way up to, it's my day off, and so we planned this, and of course nothing goes plans. They just don't, you try, but it just, we went to Elizabethtown to pick up some roofing material. It's recycled roofing material from old barns and stuff, and we're gonna have to enclose some of our rabbitry roof because it's just
Wet.
too wet. It just stays wet all the time.
Hold on a second.
Well, I had to buy over 200 pieces of tin to basically cover our rabbit pen, and so we had to load those. I was thinking that would take 15 minutes. I don't know why.
I don't even either.
Sue and I together worked non-stop for an hour and a half putting that tin on the trailer. And it was so heavy.
Yes.
And by the time we hauled it, I couldn't go more than about 50 miles an hour all the way home. In the traffic, we hit Danville right as the school traffic and everything, and people getting out of work. So here it is, going on 9 o'clock, and we're not home yet. But it has been a good day at Hiddenwell. We really enjoyed spending some time together. It did work out to plan, and the reason we bought this tin is because being reclaimed and recycled, got it for like an average of $4 a sheet. Well, you can't, I mean, brand new number 2 metal or vinyl or plastic, I mean, we were talking like 10 grand to put a roof on this thing, and it's just can't right now. I just don't have that kind of cash, but I can get these reclaimed tins, and all we're trying to do is provide some extra shade and get a lot more water. It's okay if it drips, it's okay if a little bit of water gets through. It doesn't have to be airtight. We just want to get 90% of the water out of our rabbits, and this will accomplish that goal. But it's, we basically bought roofing material for like 1/16 what it would normally cost. But I tell you, this rain has just been devastating today. I have been wet since the time we got up because we ran out and feed, and it rained all day. It rained all the way up there. Rained all the way home. God, the farming is raining. Everything's flooded. Oh, life in Kentucky. What are you gonna do? Got anything you want to say, Miss Susan?
Nope.
All right. Well, anyway, we'll show you the results of our roofing adventure as the next few weeks roll on. So, God bless, and we'll talk to you later.